objects, I guess we are kind of fine. I hope that there are no other surprises, right? If we, for example, see a similar surprise as with the customer data saying, oh, it's not 6,000, it is 600,000, right?
Yeah.
Then we need to raise a flag again.
Yeah.
Unless you tell me for the remaining data sets, we will not foresee this much amount of data. I'm fine for now. Loan and facility, I understood that might be also the second biggest.
Yeah.
File.
Right.
So we need to at least get an idea of the loan and facility as well, because these will be the effort drivers for the
Yeah.
architectural calculations.
Okay. Yeah. I think clear. We have three big ones: customer data, RWA, volume. We can check with Hong Kong data team later, and then loan and facility. Misaki-san knows that's the data team call that Misaki-san wants to schedule after talking to the RM tomorrow at 10:30. But yes, for the JP and JP slice, got it.
All right. Yeah, that one also. So I guess you got it. You got exactly those action items down. And if we get the answer by that, maybe let's say put it down for tomorrow. I can circle back and finalize the decision or the recommendation at least from the architectural side, and then we just take it like that.
Okay, cool.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you. Gonna hop off. Thank you.
Okay, guys, I've actually just put down, I just searched up KL public holidays, guys, so that we at least know, like, how many days we have within, like, the week, so that we don't overcommit things as well. So there are quite a few public holidays coming up. And also another thing we haven't catered for is, like, leave.
Yeah.
Anika, I don't know, do we have this info yet, or?
Vacation days, right?
Yeah, vacation days, yeah.
I don't have any leaves left, so I can't go on vacation really. But for others, we'll have to check it out. You have a tracker already, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys, Justin, have you updated it?
Yeah, updated it.
Okay. And the new developer, when he joins, right, we'll have to ask him also.
Yeah, I can. Maybe I'll shoot him a message right now just to check if he has some vacation plan.
Fully also. Okay. That just something to consider anyway. I feel like we still have to stick with this. I don't know where else we can shift things. Okay, just back to Sprint 3. Actually, wait. I realized we didn't go through Tableau Sprint 2. So sorry, guys. Okay, so by the end of Sprint 1, what we will have in Salesforce will be your account structure and like some of the deal structure, okay? Which means that in Sprint 2, what Tableau team can work on in terms of dashboard is in week 1, I guess any dashboards related to like deal and account. So I guess your sponsor, yeah. Wait, what's related to deal?
Forecasting, that's what I understand.
Oh, but then we won't have like all those. Deal will be forecasting stuff. And then, okay. Wait, Anika, will Typing's team actually have everything they need for forecasting to kickstart with that first?
For P&L forecasting report, right? You mean?
Yeah.
Actuals come from the profit and loss object that we are creating in Sprint 2 week 1. And for opportunity, we can have the fields that derive the forecast, the probability fields, and I think even the multiplication of the probability. That's all that we need from opportunity, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And maybe they need the RWA fields also. So we'll create those fields also. The calculations will come in Sprint 3 though.
Actually, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So Anika, back to our conversation earlier. So how we plan our table is that whatever data available in SF, then we will start with those one. So whatever we can't do anything, then we will just push it to another sprint.
So it's not just the fields that you need. You also need data in all of them.
Yeah, for example, in order to derive the forecast part, we also need the P&L, right? But we can work on the subset first. That's also fine, as long as it's not too much, to squeeze in one sprint. Then should be okay for us. We can work whatever you are available in Salesforce.
Okay.
Originally was a loan and facility, but seems like it pushed to another sprint, I guess. So yeah, we'll rearrange that too.
So, okay, we'll start creating these objects like profit, loss, etc. Let's say in the first week of sprint 2. So then you can start building on it. But by the time you have data, it'll still be, I think, after half week of the first week. Because Justin will also have to prepare data, load it. So that that'll take at least 3 days for both of us to have it ready for you to have the data also. I initially thought that you can start building it at least when you have fields and objects to unblock you.
I mean, at least we know where are the fields that we can quickly call or point to. It's actually solve our partial of the work already, because some of our time is actually spent on finding where are the field and how to call it. Yeah.
Right. So you can start with that. Data, as you can see in cell I7, we already have it in place for the sample data prep and load.
Yeah, then we will start
But
on
it
it
won't
already.
be like loaded, right? Okay, no, we do plan to load it.
Yeah, sample load, right? Yeah. We need sample load. So that's what it is. Let's say 5,000 P&L records for the accounts that we already have, the GSIFs that we have. But yeah, that will happen gradually. Like Justin will do one by one.
Yeah.
Preparation plus load, essentially, right? One by one.
Correct.
Prep and load.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, cool. So that means anything to do with P&L, RWA, LPC, loan facility, deal account, Tableau team will already have over here. Correct.
By this week, yes, they should definitely have it. I mean, I think, sample data prep and load, I don't think this will take a lot of time. The only time that will be needed is for us to create the object and fields and move them to test.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, it's going to have to go sequentially, right? It's really just, this, and then we deploy over to test environment, then this will happen. And then
not this everything. Let's say we create profit and loss object, we deploy.
Okay.
And we let Justin do the data load. Then we do RWA, we deploy. And we ask Justin to load. Like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to suggest. So first, maybe at this point, the Tableau team, probably day one, we won't have all of this written yet, maybe, right? So in that meantime, Tableau team can look into the forecast bit of the RWA fields and like probability fields.
Yeah.
At least that will be there.
Yeah.
Okay, then you guys can look into like P&L. Then probably that, I guess this is in priority, right, Kanika? Like, first we do this, then this, then this. This is already in that priority list?
Yeah, this is correct according to my understanding, because they contribute to the sections of the report. So yeah,
Okay.
I think the sequence is fine.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, actually back in Spring 1, we already start understanding the data already and getting familiar with the environments. Once all the infrastructure is set up, done, and also we got the access to Tableau.
Yeah, ideally, I would have loved to have all these objects in sprint 1, because then Tableau gets unblocked faster. Even Justin gets unblocked faster.
Yeah,
Things
but I
like
think in reality is we
account.
don't have all the field.
Yeah. Maybe let's do this, Dipanshi.
Or should we remove affiliated accounts and then just Okay, wait.
Exactly. No. So I think let's
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it like this for now because the decision is pending. What we can do is in sprint 1, if we see that there's clarity on the objects, I would suggest that we move sprint 1 week 2 and swap it with sprint 2 week 1, something like that. So that at least we have the data model in place for Justin and Tableau to get unblocked.
Okay.
But according to the current plan, since we don't have that clarity yet on
But
the
by
infrastructure
sprint 2
architecture.
week 1, we should have that.
No,
Right?
sprint 2 week 1 we will have that, but and
Oh, you mean by week 2 sprint 1?
correct.
Okay,
Because I don't want to delay Tableau to start their work ideally, and even Justin to start the load.
Okay, let me put this in a different color, okay? Because this, I mean, okay, the good thing is we are allowed to kind of change things around as we go along, right? It's not such a strict agile project here, so we have that flexibility a little bit.
Correct.
So let's see. Okay. But for now, we plan worst case. I feel like it's always better to plan with the worst case scenario in mind.
Correct. This plan is according to that.
Okay, account deal, and then... Okay, I might need your help actually, I think, to put down like exactly what dashboard... Or do you think this is good enough? We can just say like Tableau dashboards related to account deal and all of like this stuff.
Is this going to present to Misaki-san, or how detailed you would like to see actually?
Yeah, I think we do need to show it to them because she's been asking for this a lot.
Sure. Can I still rely on the high-level sprint planning information?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll...
But then, right, if we look at this, then basically all dashboards will be done, right? If you think about it, because it's like we have all the objects already, and then pretty much almost all. But obviously, that in reality that doesn't make sense. We can't have all. So I might need you to sort of see what is making sense, and you can like split it between week 1 and week 2. Like focus on like 1, 2, 3 dashboards here. Then so I might need you to help fill this in actually.
Sure. Can I edit now or after this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it now. I wanna only end this call when we have this done.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, maybe then we move on to the rest while typing works on that. So week 3, Salesforce side, we only focus on deals. Data side focuses on full data upload. I think typing at this point, actually your dashboard can essentially be split between like 4 of these columns actually. Because all this deal stuff that we're doing in Sprint 3 is more just Salesforce automation. So this probably has nothing to do with your side. So whatever you need is actually already done over here.
Right.
So you see how you want to split it in J8 to, basically the next few essentially.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Studios. Okay, guys. Finally, last sprint. Sprint 4. So what we've done, Anika, is we've actually dumped all the Salesforce standalone objects. Okay, so you have your Outlook integration stuff, visit report, activity, contacts, and account plan.
Account team.
Oh shit! Yeah. How did I miss that? Okay, you're right. Account team. Create object. I guess this is not an object. What exactly do you guys have to do? Just enable it, is it?
Enable it, put the related list on the page layout, see if we need new buttons or not, that kind of discussion. And what about default team?
Columns on the account team, right? I think like the list views.
Correct. Column on the account team. Then contact access level, opportunity access level, deciding it.
Okay, let's not make it sound so big. Okay, understand. I think just all the configurations essentially.
Everything.
Configurations.
Yeah. Actually, we can keep it like that. It's good. We won't miss it when we come to this. Whatever notes you were taking, right?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Oh shit! How do I undo this one?
Yes. So maybe don't put it in
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It went.
No problem. You can just put it in, we just club it together so it doesn't look big.
Okay, yeah.
Just mention enable, comma, related list columns.
Yeah.
Columns, new button.
New button, default team.
Default team. Right. And what else? Think. Yeah.
Oh, and notifications and stuff. You have to send out notifications or something, right? For this account team.
With notifications, you keep it as separate. It'll be.
Oh, okay.
You keep it as
Across
point 2.
all. Okay.
You keep it as point 2, that's fine. But in first point, you mentioned opportunity and contact access level. Because they wanted that. They wanted that kind of sharing.
Yeah.
Among the team members. Contact access level. Yes. And then notification alerts. So already we have this notification alert thing covered as part of the other story, which is nice to have in account. Right.
Actually, this is going to be across multiple objects, like for example, visit report, when a new visit report is created, and then account plan or that stuff. So maybe it doesn't have to be here. It's more like probably in the other object.
No, but keep it here because
Okay.
We'll have this check in mind that what all notifications account team should receive, so we can do a double check.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Okay, so. Okay.
And if you had to split between, you've kept everything in sprint 2 for now, I would suggest full Outlook integration in the first week, along with, then it could be anything, I think. Maybe account team because it has notification alerts if needed.
Okay.
And you can pull in contacts also. Let's see, in sprint 1. Sorry, in the week 1.
Cool.
Is it possible to mention which month are we into or the dates on a row?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I'll do that later. I don't want to take up everyone's time on that. Okay. Okay, cool. I think that's it. Then I just need typing to help to fill all of this up. Yeah, okay, you're doing it. Alright, perfect. Okay, now
one item that we might have, let's see, is about global core, but that will be decided after today's data huddle call.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. So you know how I put all of these in orange, right? What else are things that we are still yet to define and confirm? So that at least over here we know that okay, this is still a little iffy, and there's room to sort of move things around if we still don't have it ready. So trade finance is one, I think, and then your deposit data we don't have. What else is there?
I don't think there's anything else. Everything else is kind of concrete. Yeah, I mean everything else we need for sure.
All right. I mean, not me, but I mean more like what is still pending, some major things pending them or pending our internal solutioning or something. Or we pretty much have everything we need for us to actually start. There's no major blockers or anything here, right?
No blockers, just a decision on where the data will reside.
Okay, that is the blocker for now. Okay.
And for example, things like the opportunity calculations, we need the Apex class, right? And Val was mentioning LPC calculation or PL calculation. I don't know what she meant by that. Is it on one of the chats she was asking what all extra sessions or questions do we have for Misaki-san? I'll tag you.
Okay.
1 minute. Let me just find that chat. It's on the chat among the 4 of us. This one. See, I tagged you just now.
Look at the discovery bar. Let us know sessions if you want to schedule TF calculation, TL calculation, LPC formula.
So TF calculation, I understand. Okay, TF, first of all, we don't know if we even need it, right?
Yeah, correct.
Or there's something else.
No, I don't recall any calculation needed to be done
Right.
for this, actually.
Even PL calculation, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, maybe she's talking about like the forecasting calculations and stuff.
Forecasting calculations. Okay, so forecasting opportunity fields, that means. Is it? Because it will be derived from opportunity fields which are calculated in Apex.
Yeah,
the RWA,
correct.
etc.
But then I
Okay.
guess on the Tableau side, it's like, okay, are they doing any calculations on there, or is it all just going to be done
No,
in
Tableau is
Salesforce?
doing aggregations and simple,
Okay.
like multiplication or addition. The calculations will happen on opportunity level. That's why I asked for the opportunity level Apex classes. And then what is LPC formula? This I don't know. Yeah, let me ask her what does she mean
okay. Alright.
by. Okay.
But anyway, that's okay because, like, see, the thing is, like, user story level, we just have to make sure we have everything we need for, like, these two. And then the rest will just come along. So when we start sprint 1 next week, then we focus on closing off any open items that we have for sprint 2. So I think that's okay. We can go with that approach, and it buys us a bit of time as well.
Okay.
All right. Okay, is everyone good with this plan? Can I? Is there anything missing actually? Because hopefully I've covered everything that we need to implement here.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. That's why I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
But okay.
Okay, guys.
I have a
Alright, thank you. Yeah.
Maybe like last question from my side. Should I talk with Nihit whether or not we can get another developer on the team? I know we have a fixed price, right? So I'm not sure how we're going to handle that, but I mean, at least I can request and see what we can do.
So what I was thinking, Vincent, is that I'll also jump in at least in some capacity and develop items. Okay, like I'll help out Amir. But it's just that if I get pulled into all these calls and discussions, right? Because I know there'll be some discussions that happen either to iron out the next sprint things, or there is something that doesn't work or needs a design change. So that's when it becomes, what do you say? Time gets consumed in all those discussions.
Yeah, I agree. We need to get you out of those discussions for sure for those for the development phase, because I do foresee that you will help Amir even in those more complex user stories, right? For setting up fields, page layouts and stuff like that, that is all clear. But for some complex things, you might need to go hands-on.
Yeah, like Flow, Apex, things like that. I'll have to jump in. And even I think to have him, to have his VS Code set up for deployments, etc.
Right.
That takes some time to understand.
Right. Correct.
So
that we need.
How many developers do we have actually?
And just one.
Just one? Okay.
I was not the person who created the WBS. I don't know how we come up with this.
How can this one person do all of this?
And he just got trained within the 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's a new.
It's completely new.
I don't feel very confident about this.
Yeah, so let me talk with Nihit on the staffing part. I'm not sure, because the project got scoped like this. There's nothing that we can do in terms of adding additional change requests. But let's see what other ideas we might have.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to keep a lot of it out of the box first and not a lot of complex things.
Yeah, that's why I also want to push it back.
And that's why column K, deal calculations, that's one complex piece. Flows is still okay. But things come in like the bypass framework, things like that. Yeah, I mean, in any project, I think things get added in as we go. So,
So what I'm gonna do is like user stories list wise, right? I'm just gonna like, for example, what we went through just now. I'm gonna like say like nice to have and must have, and I want to show that to Ms. Aksan and get her alignment. Like, can we actually just focus on like these must haves only for sprint one? Like, we need to have that alignment, I think, and that's how it's going to set the base for the rest of it. Then we can follow the same approach for other sprints as well. Like we have to, and I think the good thing is she's very aligned to following this. She always says, let's keep it simple, let's not overcomplicate it, let's remove it for now, you know. So I think as much as possible, let's push all this back. We only have literally things that are to do with like data models, fields. It's really all about that. Not so much of the processes and automations at this point, I feel.
Yeah. And that's why for the global core, right, Vincent, I don't want to get into transforming it in Salesforce. That's my
thought process.
Okay. So yeah, that is one open piece. So in today's call, right, 4 to 6 p.m., I'll get this answer that are the columns going to change, and then I'm setting up a call tomorrow between Yumi, Khaiping, Ganesh for that. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I think we're done.
And then, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna share this on an email, but I have a feeling it might be good to run through with the team as well, because I don't know how much they'll understand from this. I don't know if we need a call today to go through this with them. So I might set that up. I don't know. I'll check with what he thinks. And then another call I might set up with Mizaki-san to go through the user stories we have for Sprint 1, because we really need that sign off before like Friday, so that we can actually start on the things on Monday. Yeah.
Maybe for now, the stories you mentioned on account, which are nice to have, right? Should we put them in Sprint 5 so that they're accounted for?
But you know that list is going to get really big, because it's not just account that has those. There's like going to be things, I think, in other objects also. Like deal might also have some, I think. Yeah, because this requirement list has really, like, we have just dumped, like during our requirement gathering, we've dumped everything in here. So yeah, I think we don't put it as a sprint 5 yet, because then there might be a lot more coming, and let's not commit that we will do this if we have time, because it's more more of a phase 2 thing. Yeah. Okay, and then one more thing from me is before we close off, sorry. The way that I've written the user stories, Anika, does that work well? Should we carry on to do it like that?
Yeah, I think that is okay.
This is good, right? Okay, but then all those, like, user stories related to loan facility and all of that stuff, it's not going to be like that, because there's no process. This is more for, like, user processes. So with the things about dumping the data into Salesforce, it will really just be like a one-liner, maybe, like, be able to upload the data into loan object or something like that. Yeah. That's fine, right?
That is something, right? Just make sure you have the fields list mentioned in the story.
Fields list mentioned. Okay.
It could be a link to the Excel also. I'm good with that. Link to data dictionary. It's just that field list should be final. And access-wise, we know only admin needs to access it.
Okay. I was actually planning to put in like all the like final fields in this itself, so that developer has everything they need in one Excel. So account fields will be here, affiliated account fields. And then we can just carry on adding once things are getting, as and when it gets finalized. Correct. So this becomes our main source of tools. Otherwise, it's so confusing with different files everywhere.
As I said, you keep the other objects in the discovery sheets. Once they are final, you move it here.
Okay, cool. And then, sorry, one more thing is on the Tableau user stories. So, Khaiping, will you guys be creating those user stories for Tableau once we actually kickstart in like Sprint 2 properly?
We do.
Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah, because we are actually covering mostly on the Salesforce and like, data upload side of things. But I think Tableau side would need your help. Yeah.
And this is the files that you already saved on the folder, right?
Yes. I'll share the link after this for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, awesome. Super fruitful session, guys. Much needed.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, thank you, team.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.